This is the new Umidigi Power, and in this video, we're going to go over 5 tips and tricks about the device. So let's get started. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. The first thing I'm going to show you is a cool workaround to get a dark mode effect throughout the device. Pull down the shade on the top, go to Settings, go down to Accessibility, and then from there you'll see an option called Color Inversion. So when you tap on that, it will invert all of your colors. By doing this, different parts of the operating system that are normally lighter suddenly become darker. Now, of course, you might want to change your wallpaper to something light so that when you invert it, it becomes dark. But going to different applications like the Messages is completely dark. And same thing for different applications like Google Calendar that don't normally have a dark mode. So that definitely comes in handy if you are in a movie theater or maybe you're just in bed and you don't want too much light on your eyes. Then you can easily just switch on this color inversion and switch everything that's normally light to be dark. And of course, when you want to go back to normal, all you have to do is tap on that again, and everything has been reverted to its normal colors. The second trick I want to show you is how to make the Umidigi Power faster. To do this, pull down the shade again, go to Settings, go all the way down to System, then you're going to go to Advanced, you're going to go to About Phone, and then tap on the build number a bunch of times until you initiate developer mode. Now you're going to have to put in your passcode as well. And now you've activated the mode, so go back again, and then you'll see developer options. So tap on that, go down all the way until you see the animation settings, and you'll see that we have 3 animation settings. So we have window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. So by default, they're all set to 1x. Now you can put these on 0.5x or off. So we'll switch to 0.5x. And this basically speeds up all of the animations throughout the device. So whether you're going to the camera, or you're pulling up Google Chrome, or maybe you want to go to the Play Store, it makes everything a lot quicker. There's a lot less delay when pulling up different applications or doing anything that requires an animation. And if you want to speed it up even more, you can go back to the settings, go back to System, go to Advanced, go to Developer Options, go back down to the animation settings, and you can switch these to animation off. So you can do that, and there are no animations at all. So everything is super quick. There is no delay at all. So that's really awesome, and it really helps save a lot of time. Now for me personally, I kind of like to have some animations. So I usually set it to 0.5x. So we'll go back down here and put it on that, and that's what I'm going to be leaving it at. So you can do 0.5x. Actually, I'll show you this too. If you want to put it on 10x, it makes things extremely slow. So it's just like ridiculously slow. But you can see that everything, I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to do this, in what situation this would come in handy. Maybe if you want to see all the individual frames, just as kind of a cool experiment. But you can really slow things down by setting the animations over to 10x. But like I said, I think 0.5x is the sweet spot, if I can get over there. So I'm going to set it to 0.5x and leave it at that. So here we go, 0.5x, 0.5x, and 0.5x. There we go. So everything's at 0.5x now, so it's nice and quick. The next trick I want to show you is how to get better sound from your device. So pull down the shade again, go to the settings, go up to search, it's pretty much the quickest way to access this, and then type in sound, and then you'll see right there sound enhancement. Tap on that, and then you'll see this option called best loudness. And by turning this on, you're going to get a volume booster for the speaker so that you get better audio quality with the device. So if you're watching movies, or maybe you're just on YouTube watching videos, or you're just playing Spotify or something like that through the device, you're going to get way better audio quality. So that's really awesome. The next trick that I'm going to be showing you is how to change the navigation buttons on the bottom. So go over to the settings, tap on the gear, go over to button, and you can really configure the navigation bar to whatever way you want it to be. Now, if you don't want this navigation bar at all and you want a bunch of screen real estate, then you can actually turn it off by tapping on virtual key. And basically by swiping from the bottom in the middle, left, and right, you can trigger different gestures to mimic those buttons. So for example, the left side is return to last page, the middle is return to home page, and the right is for multitasking. So we'll swipe up right now, and you can see it took me home. I'm going to go to the camera right now, and to exit, I'm going to swipe up from the left side. And then if I want to go to the multitasking, I swipe up from the right. So that's really cool, and having that extra screen real estate really comes in handy when you're doing things like web browsing especially. Now there's even more button options. Now you can also change the order if you'd like. And if you want the buttons back, you can turn virtual key back on. And then you can change the style of the actual keys. So by default, it's on kind of the standard Android style. But you can see that you can try different styles here, and they look different. So if you want to kind of customize the visual aspect of your device here, you can easily do that. And you can also change the virtual key order. So you can put the back button on the right side and the multitasking on the left side. So for me personally, I think I use the back button more than I use the multitasking. So it would make sense to have it on the right side because I'm right-handed. But I'm just going to put it back on the left side just to kind of put things at the default. So you can mess around with that and try out whatever you think is going to work for you. And finally, for the last trick, I want to show you how to change the font size throughout the device. So you're going to go to Settings, you're going to go to Accessibility, and then you'll see right there that we have font size. So there's the default size, and you can make things smaller if you want, or you can make things really large. So let's try the really large size. We're going to exit out of here, and you can see that everything is really massive throughout the device. So maybe you're buying this device for someone who doesn't have good vision and they need to have their text really large. Or maybe that's you. Maybe you need the text to be really large. Then you can do this. Or maybe you like the text to be really small. You can make it the smallest size possible. Of course, with having this 1080p display on the Umidigi Power, it really works well with small text because everything is still super crisp and readable. So you can see by making the text really small, just everything is super tiny. So if that's something you prefer, then you can go with it that way. Of course, if you want to, you can set it to the default, which is the second notch to the right. So those are 5 tips and tricks about the new Umidigi Power. Let me know if you know of any other tips and tricks, and also let me know what you think of these ones. Do you plan on using any of these with your Umidigi Power? If so, I'd love to hear about it. And if you'd like to buy this device, then definitely take a look at my link in the video description, as I'll take you over to Amazon where you can get this. It's currently available for $139.99, which is a really great value. And overall, I am super impressed with the Umidigi Power. I just really like this 1080p display. I really love the fact that this device has a 5,150 milliamp hour internal battery. So I've been able to get some really incredible battery life. On the back side of the phone, we have the 16 and 5 megapixel camera with a front-facing 16 megapixel camera. On top of that, we get 64 gigabytes of internal storage, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and the MediaTek Helio P35 processor. So there's really a lot to like about the Umidigi Power, and it has such an affordable price tag. So if you want to learn more about it, take a look at the link in the video description. Of course, also watch my other videos on the channel about the phone. Again, let me know if this video helped you, and I'll see you in the next video.